Welcome back for video 2 of topic 2.9. In this video, we're going to look at the four of the math class methods that are provided on the Java Quick Reference. We're going to look at everything except random. We're going to devote video 3 to that. So here are the essential knowledge statements that map to the Java Quick Reference and include the methods that you'll be responsible for knowing. All right, last video I broke down this absolute value of an integer, and we saw that here's the variable, here's the method, and there's the parameter that it's acting upon, 100. Now, notice that static here is provided as a modifier. Here is absolute value of a double, very similar. And again, static's added as a modifier. You don't have to include that when you write your code. Oftentimes I do not. It can be there. And here is a power of example. We have the base and then the exponent. Power of is looking for both of those. It's not going to know what to do if they're not there. You'll get an error. And then we see square root. All right, I want to show you some code, and we'll look at it with these and kind of how you can create your outputs. So here's a program where I have declared 4 variables, 1 int, 2 double, well, 1 int and 3 doubles. And this double result 1 is actually using the math absolute value of negative 144. So I can also perform these calculations within my system.out.println. So I'm going to compile this code and run this code, and then we'll look at what we're given here. I'm going to scoot this up so that we can kind of look at the two things at the same time. So our first system.out.println gives us the absolute value of, remember, negative 64 was what num1 was. So we got that. And then we have the absolute value of our number 2, and it was 26.8. And then we have our result. I just went and grabbed this absolute value of negative 144 and raised that to the exponent that I declared here of 4. And then I did the same thing manually. Here's where I called power of using 2 variables as my parameters, and then this one I used raw numbers as my parameters. And square root, and then I threw in here a little tease to video 3, which is math.random. If you just straight out call math.random, notice what kind of number you get. I hope you come back for video 3 to figure out why you get that number and what are we going to do with this number that we've received. But in this video, we wanted to look and focus on absolute value in its 2 forms and power of and square root and how you can apply those in code. All right. Here's the code that you just saw. You can pause the video if you want to code this up for yourself and add more numbers and begin to create some algorithms using these values. What you should take away from today's lesson is the syntax and the use of 4 of the 5 of the math class methods that are provided on the Java Quick Reference. I hope that you feel comfortable using these, and again, like I told you in the last video, there are many, many useful methods included in the math class that are out there in the Pacific Ocean. You know, they're not a part of our subset swimming pool, but you would find them very useful as you apply Java to your everyday life to help you solve problems. Come back in the next video where we're going to spend all of our time talking about random and how we can use math.random in programs. Thank you so much.